What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with another action figure review. In front of us, Captain America Brave New World. We've got some 4-inch figures in the Epic Hero scale, and we have a brand new Deluxe 9.5-inch figure. Very excited to dive into these with you and explore, discover, see what we can learn about these toys that might be in the film. 4-inch Red Hulk, I got mine at GameStop. He's also available now on Amazon as well, and he's $10. Here is the UPC if you need him. I'm really excited to look at this one and see how he scales with his previous green counterpart and see if it's just a total reuse. I got a feeling it is, except for maybe the head sculpt. This one, very interesting scale. Kind of reminds me of Olympus, Marvel Olympus figures. And then you do this, and the wings pop out, so that's pretty sweet. You can give him his helmet, and you can give him his shield. He was, I believe, $20 on Amazon, so very excited for that one. I'll leave you the link in the description below. I got some Olympus figures, so we can see how he scales with them. And then we also have, this one is the only one that I found at retail. It was also a GameStop find. Very interesting. The gimmick, I guess, is that you squeeze the trigger and then the wings fly. He was $15. Here's the GameStop UPC if you need him. And then on the back side, you can see a little bit more of what this is supposed to do. Like, you can really fly him. So I guess that's cool. If you're a kid, you'll probably have a lot of fun doing that. Same gimmick for Falcon. I got him on Amazon. He does the same. I think this is the first time that we're seeing Falcon with his full helmet down as he flies. So that's interesting. It's not on the promo art. It's just on the figure itself. So that is very interesting. And again, same gimmick. You hold the trigger and he flies. You can control his wings. So that is very interesting. Here is the UPC for him. All right, you guys. I'm very excited for these toys and for this movie. We're going to get this stuff out of the packaging now and take a closer look. Stay tuned. All right, you guys. We got our toys out of the packaging and they look fantastic. Let's dive on in. First up, taking a look at the Epic Hero Series Red Hulk in the 4-inch scale. This guy looks awesome. I'm super happy to have this color scheme for this figure in this scale. I think it looks fantastic. Very similar to the original Epic Hero Series Hulk. We'll do that comparison in a little bit, but the colors look good. The paint apps look good. Overall, I like the design. The door crush is a very interesting piece. We'll probably use that as a shield against Captain America. Overall, I like it. Taking a better up close look at Red Hulk, I really do like these colors. I'm just a sucker for this character and for this design. I think it looks fantastic. We do have peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and all in all, it looks pretty good. Up close for the head sculpt, let's take a look at that. If it'll focus in there, there we go. All right, so you tell me, does that look like Harrison Ford? I don't really know who that looks like, but I can confirm it is different. I got the regular Hulk right here, so we can see side by side how they look. It's kind of tough, man. I mean, they both look different. I think he's like a little slender on the sides of the cheeks, and it looks like Red Hulk's a little bit more muscly in his facial structure. I don't know, you guys. It's tough. I feel like I just got a comic book Red Hulk. And they both have the ripped pants. So there's no Smart Hulk pants like we got with our Titan Hero figure. These two are exactly the same, basically. But the head sculpt, it is different. So I'll give it that. For Red Hulk's articulation, movement in the head, side to side, pretty good. He can look up and down just a little bit. Not too much. Arms come out pretty good. They go forward and back, full 360. Bend and twist at the elbow, nothing in the wrist, nothing in the waist. Legs do come out about this far forward. They don't really go back, and there is a bend at the knee. It looks a little awkward, but it does work. So, anyways, not too bad. Can he hold the door? Yes, I believe he can. Where he holds the door, though, that's the tricky part. It's just kind of wedge it there between the fingers, and then, yes, he can hold it. Could he hold it with both hands like a shield? Yes, I think so. Let's see. Can he do it? Man, I don't know. This other hand's a little tricky. Let's see. One accessory. There we go. All right. So he's got his door shield. He's ready to go. All in all, not too bad. For 10 bucks, I will say. I do like the figure and definitely worth a pickup. Taking a look next at our 4-inch Epic Series Captain America. This one is the flight control cap. He does come with the extra accessories so you can make his wings fly. You can control him, fly him around. Very interesting figure, interesting design and concept. I gotta say though, it does look very sharp. I really do like this design a lot. Here he is with his wings and shield. Definitely very top heavy. Definitely a very tricky stance to do. With this figure, you can see his impressive wingspan. They just pop onto his backpack. The backpack goes right into his back with a port. And then it looks really good, actually, on its own. Without any gimmick or any flying mechanism, this is how he looks. And overall, for a 4-inch figure, that is a very impressive wingspan. And I gotta say, overall, it does look very nice. Taking a better look at the figure up close, he does look pretty sweet. I do like that flight helmet a lot. I have not seen a single $10 release yet for this figure. With the Anthony Mackie head, I'm sure we'll get it at some point. But you can see the detail on the figure up close. Very reminiscent of our 12-inch counterpart. This does look very nice, though. And it does look to be a brand new sculpt. I don't believe there's any reuse from the previous Captain America figure that we got in the Epic Hero scale. Of course, that is the comic book counterpart, but you never know. With Hulk, it was definitely all reused except for the head sculpt, so it's definitely interesting. We'll do that comparison in a little bit. For articulation, his head can look up, which is really nice. Definitely very appreciative of that. So up and down, pretty good. He can go side to side on that ball joint. Arms come out, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. They go forward and back, full 360, bend and twist the elbow. Nothing in the wrist, nothing in the waist. Legs come out about this far. They go forward and they don't really go back. There is a bend and twist at the knee. The shield is very similar to the original Epic Hero series. So it just has this clip on the back. It does look to be made out of a stronger plastic and not so easily warped. And it just goes on there very nicely. Looks really good overall, I gotta say. Very good presentation for this figure. Hope to see more Epic Hero series in the future for the MCU. All right, I got the original Epic Hero series cap right here, side by side. Completely 100% different. They do not have any reuse at all, not even in the shield. It looks like it is a completely different shield. Same size. Maybe they just took the sculpt of the original and then sculpted in the movie details. But yes, they're different. Our new one from the movie is 100% brand new, so that is very nice. As for the gimmick with the wings, so the wings came separately. You just plug them in right here onto the backpack. The backpack does have this port and some additional support right here, so we can just plug that into cap just like this and this. There we go. And so that's what that looks like. Very difficult to stand on his own. I did it on the turntable, but man, it is like way, way too top heavy. His legs just do not seem to support, especially at the knees. And then the rest of this apparatus, I think it just attaches, I don't know which way. Like this, maybe? Or like this? No, probably like this. Yeah, there we go. And then what else? We got this piece right here. So let's put this in like this. There we go. Attach that. And then put this like this. Let's see. Does that work? Maybe it's the other way? I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is the other way for sure. So, can we fly him? No? Oh boy. Let me look at the directions. I'm not quite sure how to do it. Okay, so I think I had it. I just didn't lock it into place. So, you want to be holding it just like this with this thing here like this and this like that. And then you've got Cap attached to his backpack. And then you go like this and then push that in to place just like that. And hopefully that does it. Yeah, that did it. Very cool. All right, so this thing can kind of act as a flight stand for Captain America. It does look really cool. You could definitely put him on your shelf like that. And so all you do is basically you hold from here in the center, and then at either side, on this side or on this side, you can just push that, and his wings will flap. So that is pretty cool. I gotta say, I really do like that a lot. And it seems pretty sturdy. Like, he's not gonna fall off of there. Very innovative, very creative from Hasbro. They definitely turned it up a notch for these toys. They didn't have to do this. They could have just sold you some wings that attach to a 4-inch figure. But man, for $5, they created something very innovative here, and they gave it to us, man. And boy, did they do a good job. I really like this a lot. If you're a kid, I could see you flying this guy around and just having a blast. So very cool, very innovative, very fun. For 15 bucks, pretty sweet toy. Next, taking a look at Falcon, here he is in the 4-inch scale Epic Hero series with flight control capability. He does look awesome. I love the color scheme, brown with green and silver. Looks really good together. Very good contrast colors. I love the gold on the helmet. Looks really good overall. Very, very nice presentation for this character. And here is Falcon with his impressive wingspan. Also very top heavy. Very tough to get into this pose on the turntable, but it does look good overall. So you could display him like this without his flight control apparatus. And here's a better look at Falcon up close in the Epic Hero series scale. Does look really nice. Very interesting for sure. You could definitely paint this to army build to look like a soldier of any kind. There's no like specific markings or anything to him. So there's that if you needed it. But it does look really nice overall. The silver is very nice, and I really do like that shine. So overall, a really good looking figure. Definitely reminiscent for me of the previous Falcon costumes that we got. Like the boots feel similar, and maybe the chest a little bit to what we've gotten before, like what I've seen in the MCU. But as far as this figure, it is brand new. There is no reuse as far as I'm aware of any kind. So very excited and happy for that. And here's a better up close look at the head sculpt. This is the first time we're seeing the full helmet, as far as I'm aware, for Falcon that completely covers his face. So that is pretty sweet, and I think overall it does look very, very nice. For the articulation on this guy, he can look up just a little bit and down just a tad, left and right. His arms come out about this far, which is pretty good. Forward and back, full 360, bend and twist at the elbow. Nothing in the wrist or the waist. Legs can go out about that far. Forward, they don't really go back. There is a bend and twist at the knee. And that's about it for this guy. He doesn't come with any accessories that he can hold. Would be cool to see him come with a shield of his own at some point. That would be pretty sweet. For the flight control features, we just have this backpack here with the 2 wings that they just poured in right there. And then these attached to his back. With the port, and then a little extra support right there. So this comes down. There's nothing really holding it in place. You just got to kind of finagle it to get in there, and then that ports into his back, and it's very sturdy. And so there's that. You saw that on the turntable. It looks pretty good. And then we have his flight apparatus. So we've got one of these and this thing, and so I think it goes like this with this part in. This part goes in, so like that, and then push that in. Nope, doesn't want to go. So that means I gotta go the other way, I guess. So let's try it like this, maybe. Nope. Maybe like this. No. Weird. Why doesn't this want to go in? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Hey, so if you're a kid trying to put this flight thing together, you definitely need your parents. If you're a parent, you may need a second parent. Okay, so how does this go? Like this? I just did this for Captain America, and it's still very troublesome. How does this go on? Like this? Like this? And I promise I looked at the directions. Okay, so best to slide in from this way and then go down. And then this has to clip in. There you go, like that. Has to clip in just like that. And then we'll take our figure, and he goes like this, the wings down like this. Let me bring the camera up a little so you can see that. So like this goes down like that, and then this just pops right into place. Make sure it goes in nice and snug and all of this should meet and be flush at the top, and then that should do it. And we press the buttons, and yes, that works. So that is very cool. There's our flight apparatus, flight control powers for Falcon. Of course, this does work as a flight stand of sorts. Let me see if I can balance it a little bit better, like that. Yeah, very cool. Man, this is tougher to stand on his own. Captain America had no problem standing on his own. There we go. Oh no, maybe not. But you get the idea. You can fly this guy around. If you're a kid, that is going to be tons and tons of fun. These standard figures are like $10. So to get this flight feature for an extra $5 is pretty sweet. I gotta say, I really do like that a lot. My hat's off to Hasbro for a fantastic design. And really, it could only be used on these two figures, on Captain America and Falcon. And they absolutely did a fantastic job. Next up, taking a look at Flight Mode Captain America. This is advertised as a 9-inch figure on Amazon for $30. I apologize if I said the price wrong earlier. $30. In my head, I was thinking 20. $30 for a 9-inch figure. But man, he's definitely closer to 10-inch scale. He's taller than the Olympus figures, but overall, he does look really cool. Very awesome feature. We'll get into it. But overall, I do like the design, the presentation, and it does look really, really cool, sturdy looking figure. So let's get into it. And here he is souped up with his wings out. He's got his helmet on and he has his shield on as well. Does look really cool, man. If you're going back and forth on the Titan Heroes, you could get one figure that does it all. He's got wings, he's got the helmet, he's got the shield, and he does look really cool. The only downside is he is a smaller figure. I wish we would have gotten a Titan Hero in this size and in this scale. That would have been awesome. But man, here it is. Overall, not too bad. All right, so taking a closer look at this figure, let's get into this. The gimmick right here. Boom! The wings pop out. They really captured the way that it looks in the trailer of the movie. Pretty sweet, man. If you're a kid, this is awesome. This would be on my Christmas list for sure. And it looks really cool. All it is, a squeeze of the legs, and bam, the wings pop out. I gotta say, it looks really cool. Overall, the articulation, not much. Movement in the head, movement in the arms, of course, hindered by the wings. Movement in the wrists at the gauntlet, so that's nice. And that's it. And then this one leg, if you count that. So, not a lot of articulation, but a very sturdy figure. No lights, no sounds, no phrases. So for a deluxe figure to not have sound, that is interesting. The shield, it does attach to the back of the backpack here at the bottom. I know it kind of looks like it wouldn't, but it does. You can just plug it in right there. There's the shield. The helmet also attaches. Helmet has soft rubbery material, soft plastic, I should say, and it does attach right back here like this, so you can keep all of this together on your figure, so that way you don't lose any of those accessories. So that is nice, man. If the helmet did something like some of those old Power Ranger toys, where it would like flip up and go onto him, that would be killer, man. Wishful thinking, though. I know toys can't do everything you want them to do, right? But that's what kids think. They think that toys can do it all. So there's my hat toss in there. If I wanted this figure to do one more thing, there it is. So the helmet does go on nice and easy. You can just put it on like that, and it stays nice and snug. And then this you could put in his hand like this, and it'll stay put. It is a little bit more difficult to do, but it is doable. So if you want him to look like he's holding his shield, you could do that. You could put it on this gauntlet, or you could put it on this gauntlet here, and that works pretty well too. Very easy. Just goes in there like this, and it snaps into place. So not too bad. And then when you got him in flight mode like this, there's a lever on his back. You just flip that lever up, and then the wings stay locked in place. Not too bad. For $30, he does a lot. Of course, there's always room for more, right? But overall, a very cool figure. You can fly him around. He's pretty sweet. And then the wings, when you want to take them off the lock, that's a little bit tougher to do. There's a little bit of friction there. If you're a kid, might need help from your parents, but it is doable. Overall, a very nice figure. Very happy to have this one. All right, size comparison time. First up, our new figures by themselves in the 4-inch scale. Here they are side by side. Falcon and Cap definitely in scale. They look great. Red Hulk also a very nice addition, but unfortunately out of scale. He's just a little too small standing next to these guys. I know it kind of goes without saying, but just in case, wanted to show you so you can see it firsthand for yourself. Red Hulk, definitely a little too small. Next, here's a comparison of our new figures from Brave New World with some previous epic heroes. All of these comic book counterparts, and they look really, really good together. Especially both caps side by side. They look really good. I don't know if we're going to get a 4-inch unmasked Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson cap. So if not, customizers, there's an open window right there. You could repaint that one on our comic book version. It would probably fit in very nicely. Altogether, these guys look fantastic. Next, here they are, our new Brave New World figures with some other epic heroes. These ones are all Spider-Man related. They all look really good together. Definitely interesting to see the size comparison between Venom and Red Hulk. And then also to look at Vulture versus Falcon and Cap. He's also a guy with a flight mask, and he's got wings as well. So we'll take a closer look at that as well. For a comparison with wings, here's Falcon next to Vulture, both in the epic hero scale. Really cool to see these guys side by side. We could have just gotten some basic wings that you slap on his back, but we didn't for this new figure. We got a really, really cool gimmick, so very happy about that. While there is no port for his back, you can use the belt clip, and you could put Vulture in the Falcon flight control feature here, and it does look really nice. It looks like it could be definitely for the Vulture, so that's pretty cool. So if you're a Spider-Man fan or a Vulture fan, this is definitely something you could easily do and put on your shelf, and I think ultimately that is pretty cool. I really do like that a lot. So very nice, very exciting. For another wings comparison, here is our Venom from the Epic Hero series with our new Captain America. Very interesting to see side by side. You can see the wingspan is almost the same. All these figures with the wings are always so top heavy. That's why I got some Hulk supports in the back there. For one more wings comparison, here is Falcon from Infinity War Endgame time. That was the last basic figure that we got of Anthony Mackie with wings until now. So very interesting to see these guys side by side and basically with the same wingspan, even though they are in totally different scales. So very cool for our new figures, and I'm really happy with the design of these wings and the scaling, and I think they just look so much better. For another comparison, just kind of in a 3.75 4-inch scale, here we have a few figures. On the right over there is Blue Beetle from Spin Master, Batman from Spin Master, the old Marvel Legends 3.75 line from Hasbro. There's Punisher. We got an old Captain America, a comic book version from the first movie's release. And then over there, all the way on the left, that's Wolverine. And he's from the Retro series with like the 5 POA. So very interesting to see these guys side by side. They all look really nice together, actually. So very happy to have the new figures from the movie here. All right, for another comparison, here we have Red Hulk with some other Hulks. We can look at some sizing here and definitely kind of figure out what's going on. So we know Red Hulk is definitely way too small. Our new figure, way too small. What I do like better, I think, and probably most everybody does, is this version. This has been my go-to for the 3.75 scale. I really like that one. He's just bigger, bulkier, and he looks really mean and grimacing. You can kind of see what I mean here in that sculpt. It just looks really good. That is the Marvel Legends version from the mid-2000s in the 3.75 scale. This one is kind of a first appearance looking Hulk, and he's from Toy Biz. He's an older one, but he's in the 3.75 scale. And then here I have the Olympus Hulk, and I got some Falcons and Captain America here to kind of show you the difference in the size comparison. So Olympus is 9.5 inch scale, and I think that's definitely too big for the 4-inch scale, but it does fit in nicely with those old 6-inch figures that we were getting in the basic series. So definitely interesting to compare and to see these guys side by side. Ultimately, you can kind of see what I mean, though, about Hulk scaling. I wish our 4-inch Hulk was just a little bit bigger. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like to here. That would probably be good. A Hulk that size up to Olympus Hulk's forearm to match with this guy here with the 4-inch Epic series. So definitely very interesting overall. Very happy to have these guys. Next, here's a look at all of our 4-inch figures from the Epic series with their Titan Hero series counterparts. They look good together, you guys, really good. If you're collecting the figures from this movie, you're definitely going to want these. in both scales. You're going to want to get the Legends eventually. I think they come out in January, maybe early February. So that'll be also very interesting to see. But these guys look great together. Very nice side by side. For our 9.5 Deluxe figure in flight mode, here he is. Pretty interesting. I have the Olympus figure right next to him. So this is our new figure right here. This is the Olympus figure that's also supposed to be 9.5. But our new figure, our flight mode figure, is definitely taller by at least, I don't know, not very much of a difference here, but I want to say at least a quarter of an inch, if not more. But it kind of like stands out. If you're a kid and you're playing, you won't notice. He'll probably fit in with your Olympus figures just fine. We'll do some more comparisons there in a minute. But this is very interesting to see. Why we did not get the Deluxe figure in the 12-inch scale is beyond me. So I got a feeling it has something to do with cost, but yes, there's our Olympus figure right here, our new figure here, and then we got Titan Heroes on the left and on the right. So very interesting side by side. Next, here's our new Deluxe figure with some other Olympus figures in the 9.5-inch scale. Very, very interesting to see these guys side by side. Clearly, our new Captain America from Brave New World is just a little bit taller. So he's probably closer to 10 inches. Very, very interesting scale. He really doesn't, fit in with anybody else. But like I said, if you're a kid and you're playing, this figure will definitely fit in with this line very nicely. You can kind of like really see. I'll go in closer there so you can see the difference there. He's just, he's advertised as a 9-inch figure. The Olympus figures are supposed to be 9.5 inch, and so our new figure is definitely just a little bit taller. You can even see right here. I'll put him closer so you can see up close exactly where he scales. That way you got a pretty good idea. If you're a Captain America collector, definitely going to look good on your shelf, that is for sure. All right, everybody, that about does it for this action figure review. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, we have our Epic Hero series, Red Hulk, $10 at GameStop, also on Amazon. We have our Flight Control, Falcon, and Captain America figures, $15, also GameStop or Amazon. We have our Flight Mode Captain America, the 9.5 inch, really probably 10-inch scale deluxe figure. And then that one is $30 on Amazon. So definitely some really cool pickups if you're a fan of Captain America, Falcon, Red Hulk. A lot of good stuff to look forward to in this movie. Some really good offerings so far from Hasbro. Hopefully we get some more stuff as the movie trickles out closer into February. I'd love to see some more stuff come out. That would be really cool. Maybe some more basic 4-inch figures would be awesome. Some more 9.5 or 10-inch figures would also be really cool to go with this deluxe figure. So fingers crossed we get a couple more along the way. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're going to pick up or pass on any of these, what you're finding online and in your local areas. I would love to hear from you. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for the likes, comments, shares, support, all the subscriptions, everything, all the support on the channel. You guys have been phenomenal. Thank you, each and every one of you. As I continue to find more new and awesome stuff, I'll be sure to bring it to you right here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.